What's going on, YouTube? This is Eli Robinson here with Guardian Games Indie, coming to you with another deck profile, this time of Jordan Nieto, who ended up topping 2 regional events this past weekend. What did you do and what events were they?
Got 5th place at Louville and then 3rd place at Knoxville.
That is fantastic. And what deck did you play?
Salad boys.
All right, let's get right into the profile, and then we'll go over how you did on both days and some of the matchups you played.
All right. So 3 Buffalo, infinitely better than Lady Debug. Lady Debug gets smashed on by all hand traps. It's just not as good. Buffalo draws, digs, and with another card in the deck, it's just turn 1. It's the best card I want to draw. Of course, explanatory. 3 Gazelle. Don't need to say anything about the card. It's the best card in the deck. 2 Spinny. You don't need to see 3. You want to see it early, but there's so many ways to search it, send it. It doesn't add anything. It's not a plus turn 1, so you don't need to play 3 of them. The other best normal summon is Foxy. It does things in the graveyard. Pops face up, floodgates. There can only be 1. Multi-row, and then it adds a Salamangreat card to hand when you normal summon it. So it's a great card. 1 Foul, 1 Jag, and 1 Falco. Explanatory. I do want to play 2 Jaguar. This weekend I was just keeping it to the 1. Normally I play 2.
How many times did it get DD crowed?
It didn't get DD crowed except once, but I did Pot of Desires it away, and it got called by a few times. So I might try to put the second one back in. Foul's just great. It helps with the Dweller Pays early, and then Falco's just a really good card. Hand Traps, Phantasme is one of the best cards right now. You kind of have to play this card. It helps dig through your deck, so it helps with Buffalo, and then Desires. You could just see so many cards. It's also a beat stick. 2400 is pretty good. It's the biggest monster in my deck, just straight out on summon. 2 Ash. So the reason I'm only playing 2 Ash, I know everybody's going to dog me. I can recycle this with Wolf, so I don't need to play multiples. Also, it's the worst one recently just because against Danger Thunder, they chain block all the time, so the things you really want to hit, you can't even Ash. Against Sky Striker, they play multi-roll, so then this card just becomes dead. And then against my deck, it's okay. You rather see Veiler or like DD Crow or anything like that. Even Ghost Ogre sometimes is pretty good. Against Lady Debug, Ghost Ogre is infinitely better than Ash, so it just became one of the hand traps I didn't want to see as much. 2 Ghost Ogre, because it's good against Sky Striker. It's okay against the Mirror. It's great against Danger Thunder, especially now that they're doing the Summon Sork play. And just against Rogue, True Draco, everything like that, Ghost Ogre's amazing. And then, of course, 3 Veiler. It's probably one of the best hand traps right now. One of my favorite. So, of course, play 3. For spells, I played 2 Pot of Desires. So with this, Buffalo, turn 1, you can see 4 extra cards. And then with Phantasme as well, you just dig through half your deck, so it's just really good. I only play 2 because I don't want to draw into more, and you don't want to play multiple in a game. I have a couple of times, but it was just like win more after that point. So after the first, you're pretty good.
Was there any times that the Desires... You said there was times the Desires got the Jaguar. Was there any times it banished double Spinny or anything like that?
There was a game I banished all 3 Foxy, so that sucked, but I won the game anyways. Also, there was a time I banished all 3 of my Gazelle, which hurt. So I was probably going to lose that game anyways. I did lose the game, but I won the match. So
and that's what matters.
It was never a point where it was like I saw this card and I ended up causing myself to lose because of it. So I really like it. I only like it though if you're playing Buffalo and stuff like that. With Lady Debug, it's the same thing. You can combo off, see more cards, but with Buffalo, you just dig more, and I play traps, so I think it's better that way. 3 Call By. It's kind of a trap. It lets you play your plays aggressively without being stopped. I just think this card's really necessary. 3 Circle. It's the searcher of your deck, so definitely got to play 3. 1 Fusion of Fire. I almost cut it, and then playtesting with a lot of my friends, I realized that that's just a stupid move. Don't know why I was trying to do it. It just makes games, even though you're winning or you can win without it, it makes games go by so much quicker, so it's just like an auto win. So you definitely got to play it, at least at one. One Sanctuary, it's the field spell. You hate drawing it, but with Phantasma, you can put it back, and you just need to play one. Will is one of the best cards. I'm going to try to fit two again. It's one of the best extenders in the game for this deck. It does everything you can want, and if they can't get rid of it, it's just hard for them to come back. It's almost like Sky Striker's multi-roll, just not as good. Traps, of course, I play Rage and Roar. Just one of each, because like I said, I do play other traps. Roar is really good. Rage is probably my favorite of the two. Against most decks, it's just infinitely better. Anything that plays back row, Rage is amazing. And then against like Sky Striker, I'd rather see this just because this only gets one negate and it's easy for them to draw it out. This can just blow up set cards, anything like that, and everybody knows against Sky Striker, you just want their back row gone.
Was there ever a time you wanted to play more than one?
No. One and one of each is fine. I never thought I needed more just because, like I said, I do play other traps, so never really felt like I needed to play more of these. I use this to set itself on its own effect a few times, but after that, I didn't need it. Didn't need to see more of it, so never regretted playing just one and one of each. And then I did the Solemn package, excluding Judgment. Just because there's certain plays you want to stop, but you definitely don't want to pay half your life points for. So people tend to use it even though it's not 100% necessary, and then they just gave up half their life. Warning stops everything, spells, traps that summon monsters, also the monsters just being summoned. These stop effects of monsters on board. So I know a lot of people tell me this weekend, like, oh, you're playing these off of your luck sack, or these are go first cards only. And I kind of agree, but also I disagree, just because certain boards with the strike set, you can break the board if you force them to use the effect. So like you do a little combo play, activate Rage, they try to negate it, you strike their monster, they can't counter, and then you blow up the monsters that weren't striked, and then you kill the strike monster. So you can't get around playing with these going second. Against Sky Striker, they're never killing you first. So you know they're going to have to continue doing plays, turn 2, 3, 4, 5, and all that. So strike does come up anyways. And then against the mirror match, same thing. They only get one Balinx. You draw out the Balinx, and you just strike whatever summon they're trying to do. So that was my main deck. 41 cards. I loved it. Like I said, Sunday, this was my exact build. Saturday, I did main 1 DD Crow as my 42nd card. And then just realized I didn't really need it much. I didn't see it often. I love DD Crow, but I like the build how it was, so I just cut the DD Crow and played 41 on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go on to the side deck, if you would, first, and then we'll do the extra deck.
Side deck, I played 3 Draw, just because Danger Thunder is a really good deck. If you don't have cards to stop it going first, when they go first, you just lose. I mean, I don't care what you draw. If they combo off and have their perfect board, there's almost nothing you can do. So 3 Draw, it's the best hand trap against them. Also played 3 Kaiju. This was probably, I added this Friday night, and then I added the 3rd Saturday morning before the tournament started. This is definitely my MVP of the weekend. I love these. I will probably play 4 now, just because against Sky Striker, it's almost an auto win singing this card, because then you can combo off, kill them, and you don't have to worry about any of their back row, just the hand traps that they play. And Sally can pay through hand traps pretty aggressively and pretty easily with call buys, and just not all hand traps are that effective against the deck. So Kaijus were amazing. Definitely going to play these. I think I sided these in almost against every matchup. Maybe not all 3. There was like Danger Thunder, I was only siding in 2. That way I can get rid of either the Colossus to search or add cards in my hand, or get rid of their negate. That way I can push through their board. So yeah, Kaijus, I love them. Definitely going to always side these now. Just 2 Pinkertops. This is probably one of the most versatile cards everybody's playing right now, just because they're good going second, they're generic, they're good in any deck, they get rid of problematic cards, and it's a beat stick. I was playing 3 for the longest, but I don't want to see multiple of these. It sometimes conflicts with Phantasme, or if they don't really do much turn 1, it's not the best, so I'm just playing 2, and it worked out great. I saw it when I needed to. Might play the 3rd, though, because the Goliath kind of gets annoying sometimes. if you don't have the best out, but that's why I play the Kaijus as well. It can outs them, so this is like 5 cards for any setup that's like that.
Yeah, I was going to say Goliath is incredibly strong against your deck. Did you mostly have the out for it this weekend, or did you get stopped by it?
Pendulums are starting to play it, so that actually was more effective against me because Pendulums can play through hand traps a little bit better than Danger Thunder can. So against Pendulums, they summoned Goliath on me twice. Luckily, I had the out for one of them, and then the other one I already had a board semi set up. He couldn't break the whole board, so it didn't matter to me that Goliath was out. But I'll probably end up playing just like this, just because it outs it. I don't think I need any more outs, and I play so many hand traps. I just try to prevent seeing that board anyways. I played 2 Lancia. Just for more support against Danger Thunder. This is probably the second hand trap that's best against them. Along with Veiler is one of the best ones, but this is also good against like Orchist or any Invoke deck. Anything that likes to banish, something like that. These are really good, but I don't think you need 3 of them. At a big event, I'd rather have Droll against Danger Thunder than Lancia, just because they're starting to do all the Guard Dragon plays and everything like that. So Lancia is not 100% broken, it's just alright. Play 2 Twin Twister for any decks that do back row. I also main Rage. We have Heat Leo, so I don't think you need 3. You also have Foxy and everything like that. So back row doesn't just kill you. So I just figured 2 more cards to get rid of back row, and it gets rid of 2. So if you can make a Heat Leo in this or double Heat Leo in these, you can get rid of quite a few back row. I played 2 Shared Ride. Just something for me to go first against Sky Striker. Only way they can push through my boards, my negates, my hand traps, everything like that, they have to add multiple cards to hand. They have to search often and do stuff like that. So if I stop them in the middle of their play or they want to push through it one or the other, then it's just good for me. I didn't think I needed a lot of floodgates or anything like that in my deck, just because the Salad can do multiple things. It kind of has an out for everything. You just got to see it. So that's why I only play 2 of these. And then, of course, the 1 auto win against Sky Striker. If they don't have an out for this, or if you have this and Roar, it's just you win. So I played Imperial. And I don't play that many spells, so Imperial is just really good.
Gotcha. Did Imperial come in handy at all this weekend? Did you ever see it? Or?
Did not see it at all. Saw it in one match with Sky Striker, but I didn't need it. I just had strikes for his summons and everything like that, so I didn't actually activate the card. But I have played many matches where Imperial is just giving me an auto win. Even if I break, if I see that card, I can beat them.
Gotcha. What does the extra deck look like?
Extra deck's pretty generic. I played 3 Balinks, 3 Wolf, 2 Heat Leo. There's nothing you got to say about this. This is pretty common. If you don't play 3 of these, you're bad. 3 Wolf is just, I'm not going to even talk to people that don't play 3. And then Heat Leo, you just need 2. You want it for the reincarnation. And then if you ever need more, you just bounce it back with Jaguar. Hita, one of the best. If you're playing any deck that plays fire, you definitely got to play this card. Now you see Sky Strikers even playing it, and they only have 1 extra deck fire monster. The card's just that good. Love this card. It's great in the mirror match. It's good against Sky Striker. It helps just go into this with 2 links, so it's just really good. Nightmare Phoenix, I used it once or twice. It easily co-links with Wolf, so it's a draw card, pops the back row. It just helps. So, and it's also a fire, so under Stalio, you can still use this card. So I liked it. And then played Borload. I didn't think the update jammer combo was necessary. I just play a control build. I don't think you have to have game really quick. You have fusion, stuff like that, so you don't need to OTK. And that combo can be stopped pretty easily with everybody playing hand trap, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's necessary. This just gets around certain cards you can't get around. Played 2 Stalio just because people are playing DD Kuro. People play Called By. And if you know how to use the deck properly, this deck or anybody playing their deck properly, they know to get rid of your Jaguar. So you can't always put these back. And this card is really important. It helps you bounce cards. It helps you recycle just by bouncing like your Kaijus. Or you can bounce your own Phantasme, which is really broken. So I like 2 of them. I didn't think the second rank 4 was necessary. All I played was Dweller. So that was good enough for me. I'm only making a rank 4 play either like turn 1 or like middle of the game when I already took control of the game. So I thought 1 was enough. I didn't want to make a blind twin twister or tornado dragon. It's good against pendulums, which I happened to play a couple times this weekend, which was annoying. But I beat them all. So Dweller's okay against them.
So blind dwellering was the name of the game.
Yeah, I didn't play rank 4s that much, but when I did my first rank 4, if in any of the games it was always Dweller, just because it's good against my deck, it's good against Danger Thunder. It comes up against Sky Striker, especially if you have like Rage or Roar, you stop their plays and they can't activate Ray under this, so it does come up. It's just infinitely better than making like a Tornado Dragon against a bad deck. So like if you're gonna blind make a rank 4, just make Dweller. And then, of course, the Fusion. It's your game winner. He kills really quick. He becomes really big, and if you combo off properly, it's automatic over 8,000, so it's automatic game. So that's how I played the deck. Just play it properly, and you can pretty much get out of any situation.
What were some of your more entertaining matchups this past weekend?
Entertaining. So I did play, like I said, I played against a couple pendulums, which is really annoying just because they can push and make some really weird boards really quickly. They can get through a lot of the hand traps. They're not the most effective against them. So the couple pendulum players I played were a little annoying. Played against Altergeist. Of course, I played against Salad and Sky Striker, which I thought I would see the most, and I did. I think I played out of both days. I've played against I think 7 Sky Striker, 2 Pendulums. I played against an Invoked Mech Knight. I played against Altergeist, and then I played like 4 Danger Thunder. Those matchups are always weird because like you have to see hand traps. But the only one I lost to was one of my friends, Austin Lewis. Unfortunately, he got DQ'd day 1 of Saturday, the last round. So I probably would have top 4'd that tournament too if he didn't get DQ'd. But other than that, the deck worked amazing. There's nothing I want to change besides maybe adding the second Jaguar and possibly another Will. But I'm definitely keeping in the traps. Nobody thinks the deck plays traps really. They think everything's going to be a called by or a Rage or a Roar or something like that. So hitting them with these and just stopping their turn mid-game are the best. So we'll not take these out. Sucks with time. You got to take them out sometimes. But going second, you just take them out anyways.
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, congratulations again, Jordan. Do you have any shout-outs to round out the video?
Yeah. I want to shout out a lot of my friends. So David, Billy, Eli, Dylan, they all helped me test a lot. I did a lot of play testing. Even CJ helped with the Sky Striker matchup. And David and Billy play Sky Strikers, and it was one of the most difficult matches just because the deck's really good. So I got to know everything about the deck in and out. So it definitely helped play test with that. And then Danger Thunder testing with some of my friends. David uses the deck really well. So he taught me when to stop the deck and everything like that. Shout out to Guardian Games. It's the best locals. Trying to get a sponsor from them, so I just need to keep topping more events. So hopefully this weekend helped. And then just everybody at the locals. Indianapolis, it's a cool place. Just getting back into the game competitively, so hopefully you guys see me a lot more.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jordan.